Now we will see the 2019 two questions. Okay, shall we start? Now read the question word by word. Imagine this was not that, for our student it was an easy question, but for normal student they find it very difficult. Okay. Now read the question very carefully, find the trap here and answer it. Everyone can answer it, but don't tell me. You try to answer it. Okay. It's a 3-statement question and this one is a 4-statement question. Now, in the context of India, right? In the context of India, which of the following factors is or are contributor or contributors to reducing? So we need to identify which all will contribute to reduce the risk of a currency crisis. You know what is a currency crisis? Okay, when the value of a particular currency, now in the case of India it is Indian rupee. If the Indian rupee is fluctuating like anything, when Indian rupee is fluctuating, it's not showing any stability. It is moving in a unprecedented manner. So when the currency is not stable, it will affect our exports, it will affect our imports, it will even affect the RBI's monetary policy. Okay. So in order to reduce the risk of a currency crisis, okay, so what can be helped? So one way to address the currency crisis is, so imagine, take the case of rupees going for substantial depreciation, uncontrolled depreciation. Okay, so when depreciation can happen, imagine, so rupee from 72 it is moving to 72.5, 73, next day 74, next day 74.5, then 74.75, it is going like that. So when rupee depreciate like that, it is good for the exporter, but it is bad for the importer. Similarly, an Indian who have taken loan from outside the country, a foreign loan, in private companies who have taken loan from outside, and when their loan become mature, they have to pay back the principal. I am talking about bonds, foreign currency convertible bonds. Now imagine these people, okay, Indian company who have borrowed from outside for 3 years. 3 years is the tenure. It's a foreign currency convertible bond. Imagine he had taken the loan in 2018. He has taken $1 lakh. At that time, $1 was rupees 70. But in 2021, it is touching, in end of March, it is touching $1 is 75. So there is a substantial appreciation. Now here in 2018, how much money he got? He got only 70 lakhs. And he is paying interest on a regular basis for the 3-year term. Now in 2021, his bond is maturing. He have to pay back. He will not pay back this 70 lakh. He can't pay back the 70 lakh. He have to pay back because it's a foreign currency bond. He have to pay back the $1 lakh. So that time the principal amount he have to pay is 75 lakh. This is an example of currency crisis. So in order to avoid that, at least he should go for hedging. He should hedge it. That he knows that after 3 years he will. But most of our Indian companies, because by going for hedging, the price will increase for them. Cost of price will increase. Okay. So in order to reduce the currency crisis, in order to reduce the currency crisis, what should happen in order to maintain the price to 72? See, from 75 making to 72 is reducing the currency crisis. So how 75 can be brought down to 72? There should be more inflow or outflow. You have to think in this way. So when there is, see imagine when there is more inflow of, when there is dollars are coming to India. So when dollars are coming, there will be, so they are selling, dollars are selling, there is more demand for Indian rupee. When there is more demand for Indian rupee, rupee will appreciate. So it will move from 75 to 72, 75 to 74.9, 74.8, 0.5, 73, 73.5, like sorry, 72.5, and it will reach 72. Okay. So now you understand the situation, no? Now you tell me first statement is correct or not. Whether the first statement will help in reducing the risk of a currency crisis. Imagine foreign currency earnings of India's IT sector. So foreign currency is coming to India because Indian IT companies are exporting software. So foreign currency earnings of India's IT sector will reduce the currency crisis. Yes or no? Yes. Everyone clear, no? First statement is correct. So what we will do? We will eliminate read the second statement. Increasing the government expenditure. We have seen in public finance, we have studied. Government is increasing the government. There is no, we are not talking anything, there is no external transaction. We are not just simply saying that government expenditure will be increased. By increasing the government expenditure, it's not going to affect the currency crisis. It's neutral. So second should not be there. Second statement is wrong. If you know second statement is wrong, we can eliminate. What about the third statement? See the word, all these themes are familiar. Remittances. Indians working abroad is transferring their salary or money back to India. Remittances, so foreign currency is coming to India. Remittances from Indians abroad. Third is right or wrong? Correct. So answer will be, third is correct. Answer will be 1 and 3 only. It's a good question, no? Tricky question, but very good question. But you can answer it. It's not rocket science, simple economics. Okay, now you, this question. Now the danger. Remember, not question, UPSC will make it bold. But during the examination pressure, we will not see it. You will see it once you come out of the examination hall. This is a dangerous question. Not ABCD, not question is a dangerous question. Sometimes you will be so happy by saying, oh, first statement is correct. Yeah, answer and going. Coming out, you're meeting a friend. Yeah, it's a not question. It's not a heart attack. 2.66 gone. 2 mark. Actually you are earning it. You are knowing it. Plus negative 0.66. So 2.6. See, knowing question when you make it wrong, you are losing not 2 marks. You are losing 2.66. Okay. Now read the question. Which one of the following is not the most likely measure? So this, a measure which will not be taken by the government or RBI. They are using the word government. This measure, which measure will not be taken by the government or RBI to stop the slide of Indian rupee? So Indian rupee is sliding. So in this, when the Indian rupee is sliding, what are the measures? Okay. Now read the first statement. Rupee is sliding. So rupee is sliding. So read the choice A. Whether A is right or wrong. See, we have to find the wrong statement. A measure which will not be taken by the government or RBI. When rupee is sliding, what measure will not be taken by RBI or the government? Curbing imports of non-essential goods and promoting exports. See, when rupees, that's it's a measure will be taken by the government. What the government will do when the rupee is sliding? Government will curb like gold. You might have seen that, okay, by how the government will curb imports of gold or by increasing the import duty. That will be done by the government. Duties, taxes, etc. will be done by the government. And promoting exports. So what is actually happening here? Curbing imports will result in reduced import and high export. So there will be surplus in the current account. If you take trade account or services, both trade and services are there in the current account only. No? So it will result in reducing the current account deficit, or like in the case of current year, it will help in making our current account surplus. So this is a step which will be taken by the government. So they are asking which will not be taken by the government. Then encouraging. So A cannot be the answer. We have to find out not measure. A is a measure. Encouraging Indian borrowers to issue rupee denominated, very important term, rupee denominated masala bonds. Now you have to just make it. See, I have told you what is foreign currency convertible bond. Now you know what is foreign currency convertible bond. So masala bond is a rupee denominated. What is the word here? Rupee denominated bond. Again, try to understand, this masala bond is a bond issued in the external market. In masala bond, Indian company will not issue a masala bond in India. Masala bond will be issued where? In an overseas market, outside the country. So normally when you see earlier, before masala bond, we used external commercial borrowing or through the method called foreign currency convertible bond. But there you are taking loan in foreign currency and you are repaying back in foreign currency. But in masala bond, I will give you an example. Example will make it very clear. Same case, okay. $1 lakh. $1 lakh. So this $1 lakh, imagine in rupee denominated bond, what we do is when 3-year maturity, same thing, 2018, 2021. Here in 2018 what we will do is, what is the prevailing Indian rupee? At imagine $1 is 70 rupees in 2018. $1 is 70. Now, so how much the money Indian private company got? 70 lakh, correct? Am I correct? This will be locked. This amount will be locked. 7, it's not. So even though they have borrowed $1 lakh, since it is a rupee denominated bond, in the bond it will not be written $1 lakh, instead it will be written as, it will be a foreign currency and this will be sold in the foreign exchange market in India. So what they in rupee denominated bond, what they will mention in that bond? 70 lakh instead of writing $1 lakh. So after 3 years, whatever is the current Indian rupee value, they need not to pay $1 lakh. Instead, they will pay back 70 lakh, but 70 lakh will be converted into whatever is the dollar, and they will give back the dollar. They have in between, they have paid the interest. Interest they have to pay as decided, but the principal amount they will be paying correctly 70 lakh. So promoting rupee denominated bond will help in its neutralizing. What you have borrowed, same amount has been given. So this is also encouraging Indian borrowers to issue rupee denominated bond instead of foreign currency convertible bond is a step taken by the government and RBI. So A and B they are correct steps. We need to find out not a correct step. Third, easing conditions relating to external commercial borrowing. See, external commercial borrowing, you are borrowing from the external market. Now there are lot of stringent measures is there. That is relaxing, liberalizing external commercial policy, so that you can easily borrow from the external market. When you can easily borrow from the external market, you can easily bring foreign currency to India. So that is also a correct measures. So A is a correct measure, B is a correct measure, C is a correct measure. Then what will be the not a correct measure? D. We will read it. Following an expansionary monetary policy. Who does this expansionary monetary policy? RBI. Why they are going for expansionary monetary policy? To promote the economic growth, RBI will cut the repo rate. That is expansionary monetary policy. No link between that and foreign currency movement. So D is not a measure to stop the slide of Indian rupee. A and B and C are a measure. So answer will be these two questions. After like every month, once my external sector get over, every month I told you you have to revise previous year questions. But these two questions, it's a medical dose to you as a student. My prescription to you. Every month, take these two questions and solve it. To know whether you know the external sector, everything. All the concept of external sector is linked in these two questions.